Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. I'm here with my co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. It's Monday, so it's time for coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations.
Mhm.
You'll join in to our conversation today. We want to give a shout out to all of those watching on the replay, and we hope you'll enjoy the conversation. Hey, Fran, how you doing?
I am well. Good morning, everybody. It's March 9th. March. It's almost spring. Spring.
hmm
I'm looking at the blossoms on the trees. I'm
Ah,
looking at, pollen that's falling all off this other tree. Spring is really here. I know the calendar tells us we're still in winter, but nature says we are in spring, which leads us to uh, the conversation for today,
mm,
process of change.
ah,
Change happens in process.
okay.
It doesn't just happen and occur just like, oh, like one day it's winter and then one day it's spring.
Oh,
This is a process.
mm, it's not a ta-da thing.
No, like, uh,
Ah,
just like, um, good morning, Jerry. Just like success is a process.
mhm.
Sometimes we think success is instant.
Oh, we do. We really do.
Success is not instant, it is a process. It's a process of you consistently doing successful activities every day, day in, day out.
Mm,
You do those things that make you successful, and putting into place successful uh, decisions, actions, information, and doing it every single day consistently makes you a success.
mhm.
It's not overnight. It's not like I went to bed and this morning I woke up and I'm a success. It's an accumulation of things that have been done over and over and over and over, just
Well,
like in nature.
Francine, we hear that term all the time. She's an overnight success.
Hi, Cecilia.
I,
So, uh, yeah, but she wasn't an overnight success. So, we're going to go through the steps in the process of change because, like I was mentioning, the nature, I'm looking at blossoms on the trees right now.
mhm.
Well, a few weeks ago, the trees were bare, had nothing on them. They were just like sticks and twigs. It was just there. And then eventually the blossoms showed up on the tree.
Ah,
Now the buds came up. Now they're full blossoms on
they are
the tree,
out, girl.
just everywhere. Yellow, white, pink, the blossoms are up. All of everything, it was a process that got there. It wasn't just sticks, blossoms.
Seasons.
There was a season, but it even during the seasons it eventually came up like this. It wasn't here and then here.
Mhm.
And sometimes we think in business it's going to be, I'm here and then I'm here. I'm here. Now I'm a success. No, it is a process.
Mhm.
So let's talk about the process of change. There are things that we want to change in our lives that we see that needs to get better, be better, do better, something that we want to do in our lives. And for instance, somebody wants to make more money because that's what we do in business. Hey, Gabby, that's what we do in business, right? We want to make money. So
Yeah.
let's the story. So one might have um, need money to relieve the stress of debt and lack.
Mhm. Mhm.
People think that money is going to take care of the debt and the lack. Well, the money might take care of the debt and the lack, but it will not take care of the stress.
Ah.
It will take care of the debt and the lack, but not the stress, because the stress has got something to do with the mind and the thinking.
Ah. Okay.
So it's not going to take care of how you manage your money. If somebody gave you money and you never knew how to manage money or how to grow money, they just put money in your hand. Yeah, you can
Lotto
pay the
winners.
bill, but how do you reproduce that if you don't know how to grow it or how to manage it? That happens in the mind.
Like lotto winners, Francine.
Oh,
You know,
they
they
got money instantly, but
mm,
never knew how to handle what was going on in their mind.
hi, Natalie. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So
So,
most of them end up broke within the first 5 years.
right, because they never changed their mind. They got the money, but their mind never changed.
Mhm.
See, we all, oh, if I just had that money, I would be all good. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because if your mind isn't, okay, here's a thought. Until the mind is changed, the stress remains.
Mhm. Mhm. Uh,
I don't care how much money you put on it, how, they just gave you millions of dollars. You think that relieves the stress. Now you got a different type of stress because, oh my God, who's going to steal it from you? And so now there's a different level of stress because you haven't learned, or we haven't learned, how to change our mind about money. That's why we have Coach Karen coming on Wednesdays to help us with that. So, um, getting out of debt and living in abundance is easy when you have the right information.
mhm.
The only reason why we have challenges in life is because we don't have the right information on whatever challenge that is.
Mm. Okay.
We don't have enough information. So when we get the information is when we can make change. So let's go over the process of change. The process of change happens when one has had enough. You have to get to the point of, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm done. I've had enough. And when you get to that point, now you're in a position to make a change.
Mm, mhm.
Okay. So, one, you decide. That means you make up your mind. Okay, I am going to do something different. This is not how I want it. Or, yes, I need to do something differently. You decide. That requires an act of one's will. The decision requires your will to participate. Okay. So, you decide. Make the decision. The second thing is you're going to need to get some new information. That old information that you have is not going to serve you for where you're going. You're going to need to get a new source of information. You need new information to make the change because the same information is going to keep you where you are, right?
Mhm.
Same information keeps you where you are. New information takes you where you want to go. Okay, so change is a process. One, you make the decision. Two, you get new information. Three, you now need to replace that old information with the new information. Kind of like an update on your computer. When they find something better, they send you a notice that you need to do an update to upgrade your computer because we found vulnerabilities and these security patches will fix that computer. So we need you to do the update.
Mhm.
Okay. You decided to change. You're getting new information. You're replacing the old information with the new information. And then you're going to act on that information. Oh my God, I have to do it. You have to put it into practice. Oh, the operative word is practice.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to do it over and over until it becomes a new routine for you. That new information needs to, get in there and begin working on things, which means point number 5 is that there's going to be some downtime.
Mm.
Don't you get a notification from your internet company or your different companies that are saying, hey, we're working on upgrading the system. You may not have power, or you may not have internet activity for a few hours while we're working on this, right?
Yes.
You're not going to have access to everything that you need right now because we're in the process of implementing some new things to make your service better.
Mm-hmm.
So there's downtime. Don't be afraid of the downtime. It's okay. You need to pull back, implement the new things that you've learned so that we can all grow together. Get into a new place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the process of change is a process. It's not like we're going to 6 figures tomorrow. It's a process.
Yes. Yes.
Consistent, steady effort. And like Nazim said over here, practice makes perfect.
I like it.
You have to practice. And we talk about that all the time. You're going to need the steps again, decide to change, get some new information, replace the old information with the new information, act on the new information, and expect the downtime. Rinse and repeat. How many times had you have to update your phone
Oh my goodness.
since we've had them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking any. It could be Android, it could be Apple, whatever, Windows, Mac, whatever. You are updating your computer every time, or you should be updating that computer every time they tell you it's time to update your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Because they found a vulnerability. Most of the time, they found a vulnerability in the computer, and they want you to update it so that they can secure your computer to keep it from being violated. Is that a good word?
It's strong, but yeah, it's a good word. It's a strong word. Yeah.
So that is the conversation for today.
Hey,
The
Nazim,
process of change.
it's good to see you.
Yes, let's see who we have in here. We got Nazim from Italy.
Mm-hmm. Natalie from
Okay,
Southern.
Natalie from Southern California. We've got Gabriella. We've got, there was
Jerry's here.
Linus is in here. Hey, Linus, Cecilia, and Jerry. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. So what do you think? Linus says, good morning. I plan on watching you all every day this week. Thank you, Linus. And Cecilia says, I need change, trying to improve myself in anything. So here's the Cecilia, what I would tell you is take it one part of your life at a time. So there's faith, there's finances. Let me see, I have this up here. Okay. There's faith, there's families, there's fitness, there's fertilizer, finance, and fun. Take one at a time. If you need to work on your faith, work on your faith.
Mm-hmm. We got it.
And make the change there. Or if it's something that you need to do for your family, make the change in your family. If it's something to do with your health and well-being, and you need to work out or you need to eat healthier, tune in on Thursdays because we talk about that on our Happy Healthy Habits. And we will probably catch Linus over there. But work on that, get a goal for that, and make the process of change in each one of these areas Don't try and do all of them at once. You pick one and work on that. Then fertilizer, people probably always ask us, what is fertilizer? That's working on yourself, your growth, your personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
And fertilizer are the podcasts you watch, and the information like the show today would be considered fertilizer. So these are the things that you want to work on. These 6 areas: finance. um, Wednesday we talk about your money and how to get your mind right about your money. And then always put some fun in there. What are you going to do for fun? A lot of people do. What is that saying, that all work and no play
No
make
play makes Johnny a dull boy.
right? Well, please put some fun, do some things for fun in your life as well. So, with Gabriella's question, she says she needs to try and improve everything. Don't try and improve everything at once. Take it a step at a time. Just pick one and work on that.
It makes sense. And maybe if you have a lot of interruptions during the day, try working on those one things for 20 minutes. Set your timer so that you don't feel like, oh, I've got to be here for 8 hours working on that one thing, until you can build up to
Hmm.
get it done. Linus wants us to know that, oh, Nazim says great stuff. Thank you, Nazim.
Thank you, Nazim.
Mhm. And then Linda says, it's International Women's Month. Support a women's business.
Thank you, Linus.
Because we're here to run profitable businesses
That's
that are fun to run.
right.
So I did put it in the chat so the people would know what the 5 F's were, Fran.
Or the 6: faith, family, fitness, fertilizer, fun,
Yeah.
finance.
Okay. And we have some more comments down here. Nazim says, I
I'm
got
about to go buy some fertilizer.
I love it. Yeah.
Annie 1977, it says, do you have info on work from home jobs? Annie, I'm sure if you hit that Google search, you can find some. We personally don't have any info on work from home jobs. I know that we can suggest some things that you can do from home, VA, depending on your skill set.
Yes. So give us a call.
Or
And
send us a message over there. You're over on Periscope, so
uh-huh.
send us a message, and we will reach out to you. There are
Okay.
definitely things you can do from home.
And then Nazim says he's got the other stuff covered. He just needs the fertilizer, I guess. Okay.
And then Linus is going to say, just give me a call. Thank you. Cecilia says, I have too much fun. Okay.
Maybe you should turn that into a job, Cecilia.
Right.
People want to have fun.
That's why we have Disneyland.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Especially with people turning domestically to look for fun. Okay. And then I love
the extra poster in the back here.
Oh, thank you, Nazim. I didn't realize what he was talking about. My sign in the back of it. Okay.
And Annie, where can you reach us? Terry, if you'll put you can put the email in there, bizchicksnet@gmail.com. She can reach out there. And thank you for watching over there on Periscope, Annie. So what are some things that you all are in the process of change on? You don't have to, divulge.
Can we keep this general?
Okay. You don't,
We don't want to get too intimate. Okay.
So what are you working on that requires some change?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
Annie, Gabrielle has an answer for you. She said, check out flexjobs.com and I think it's virtual vocations for work at home job sites. So Annie, hopefully that helps.
And then Linda says she could use an intern.
If you need help with the interns, let me know.
Mhm.
Okay, see, Linus uh, teaches a workshop on how to hire the right intern. So if you want to be the right intern, you might want to reach out to Linus too.
Or you might want to take the course to find out what are employers looking for.
Right. Yes. So yeah. Linus, if you'll put that in the chat, how to hire the right intern, because that works on both sides of the.
Exactly. So I'm gonna
Okay,
write
Jerry said she needed help staying consistent with what she's trying to do every day. Good job, Jerry. And uh, as you establish your routine,
Mhm.
that should not be violated at all. I call it my non-negotiable time, where there's a particular time from the time I get up till the time, like till the time of the show, I'm not talking to people because what was it when you worked at the state or you worked for somebody? There's always that person who flipping by, coming by your desk,
Oh
and
my
talking to
gosh.
you, and you never get any work done.
Listen, I had to actually book time in the conference room because I knew nobody was in there, so that I knew that I had a block of time that I could do what I needed to do. Because a lot of times that person can be your supervisor or the department manager. Just chitty chat. I'm not a chitty chat person. And when you work for the government, it's about production.
Right.
You gonna produce something. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're pushing paper. You're people don't get checks if you don't work. Okay, so I would also come early, and I think that's what you're talking about, Fran. How we have this unnegotiable um, time.
Time block.
I would
Where
come at
nobody
six
gets
in the
in there.
morning. Yeah, I would come at 6 in the morning because we had flex time. So I would come at 6 because I knew people weren't going to be rolling in there till 8:30, 9 o'clock. By then, I had had the core of my work done and my plan for the day set. So when they're running around talking about coffee,
And that's what you do in your non-negotiable time. You put that stuff in there for,
Mhm,
working on your goals. That's when I get my workout in. I get on the bike or I get my walk-in done
mhm.
because I don't need to have interruption during that time. That's my prayer and meditation time. All of that where there's no phone calls ringing and things pinging to try and interrupt. Okay, because the distractions are going to come. That's going to happen. But I mitigate those distractions early in the morning for me. Whatever that time frame is, you whatever it is for you, you need to mitigate them distractions so you can get some stuff done. Just saying.
Exactly.
Minute?
Gabrielle wants us to know that
Oh, there
there was
was
a
a typo.
typo. I thought it was virtual vocations.
Virtualvocations.com.
And then
This is how to hire the right intern. That's her link. There's a webinar tomorrow at 5:30. I think you should take the webinar. It's very informative because a lot of us on here, if you had an intern, you'd have more time for yourself.
yep, and you can ask questions during the webinar that you may have.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So this was a really good conversation, I do
Well,
believe,
remember, change isn't change until
until
you.
it's changed. Yeah, you can change, and this change does not have to be hard.
Hmm.
Just get the right information to make the right change. And it's going to require you some downtime. See, that's the one thing I want you to remember. It's okay to have some downtime. I'm not getting anything done. I'm not making any sales. Okay, but you need to pull back a little bit so that you can see how to make sales. You may need to hire an intern.
You may need to change your business model. It,
Right. But you wouldn't know that if you don't slow down to
mhm,
evaluate that. That's
mhm.
what I mean. If they didn't update the systems every once in a while, our computers would be crazy buggy and things wouldn't get done because there's so many corrupt files in there or something. It wouldn't happen. And they
Mhm.
do cussing out the IP company and why is
Service.
it not working? Oh, it's like the construction on the road. We
Yeah.
complaining about the potholes, but then when they shut down the road to fix the potholes,
Now you're upset because you got to take a detour.
you're going to
I,
need to take some detour in your business while you're working on your business. There's some stuff, okay, I'm in downtime right now because I'm learning a new process.
mhm.
I'm learning some new information for my business. So it's okay.
And it's okay. Just let your customers know. If it's something that interrupts customer contact, just let them
Right.
know. You know what? I'm going through a metamorphosis here.
I'm back online here, or we're updating so that we can provide you better service. So stay tuned for the new launch. Something you're going to let them know, but you need downtime to stay ahead of the game. And then Lena says to DM her for more dates. And you can follow. I'm encouraging you to follow one another on here. Follow Annie over there on Periscope. You all who have for Twitter, follow. Everybody has something to offer here. So, oh, Gabrielle,
That's good.
I'm learning to get help and stop trying to do everything. I just hired a videographer. Now I can knock out more videos in one day than I could on my own in a month.
All right now.
I call that value added proposition. Oh my gosh, you just upped your time one day versus 30 days.
Hmm.
Great, Gabriella. Thank you so much for sharing that. Annie, Annie Linus is asking what your last name is. Linus, she's over on Periscope. So, yeah, you all can connect. I think Linus is on Periscope as well, or Twitter. Yes, it is a value.
Yes.
Periscope is definitely a value because there are people. See, there are four. What kind of neighborhoods we got? Four. We're on 3 neighborhoods right now. Facebook is a neighborhood. YouTube is a neighborhood. Periscope is a neighborhood. Everyone in the neighborhood speaks a different language than the other neighborhood. So if you have people who are in that neighborhood and they speak that language, you're going to need to speak that language over there. Does that make sense? TJ talks about this.
Twitter would be excellent for you, Linus, because you give tips all the time.
Exactly. Twitter is excellent for quick tips and a quick updates and things of that nature. Yeah, go on Periscope. See, Linus, here's the thing with StreamYard, what we're using right now, it'll allow you to connect with the people that you have over there on Periscope because you're doing one broadcast to 3 locations or 4 locations, depending if you have an Instagram. I'm sorry, not Instagram, LinkedIn.
Now, Ann just asked Linus if she's on Instagram.
Yes, Annie 19.
You know we're on Instagram, Annie.
Yeah, and I think everybody should be on Instagram. You got to go where your people are. Yeah, I know. So that's one more thing I need to learn. Yes, it is.
That's why we're here, to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run.
And it doesn't mean that you're gonna be over there forever, and I'm gonna be on there all the time, and I have nothing else to do. No, you plan it just like you plan your non-negotiable time. You plan your social media time.
Look at this. She has 8,000.
Linus, are you not talking to these people, Linus? Come on. And they're on Periscope. They would love to see your little video clips that you do over on Facebook. They would love, you got 8,800 followers over there on Twitter, Linus. They would love to hear from you. Because see,
there she is. And that's where you can find her. At
right.
Wellness Woman 40 on Twitter, on Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could talk to these people while you're making your smoothie. It's not that serious. Okay.
Right. And then Claudia said, find someone else to do it for you. So, Linus, yes, please use your reach out to the people, because there are people who want to hear from you. I'm talking to everybody in here now. People want to hear from you, because that video that you do on Facebook can be going over to Instagram. Thank you, Annie. That can go over to Instagram. It can go over to Periscope, YouTube. You can use all that. And TJ talked to us about repurposing our content.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get the social media planner from TJ at Terry Johnson Online, and ask for the social media planner. And then use that. You're going to take one thing that you've done, like today, we'll take this video, we will put it on our podcast. We will roll it over. It's already going to Facebook, and it's going to YouTube, and it's going to Periscope. So it's already on those three. I can then take it and still upload it to LinkedIn. So it is one content that has gone to 4 different locations, but you're going to put it in the language of that other platform.
Okay, there's Claudia.
Yep, Claudia says, I found someone to put together posts for me, and all I have to do is work on my Facebook Lives. Nice job, Claudia. I need to get back on, Linda says, I need to get back on Wellness Women 40.
Yes, you do.
You do. And is Periscope landscape or portrait? Ours is going out just like this. So I believe it works in both.
I think they fixed it some time ago where you could do it either way.
Right. Periscope, when you put it out, it goes. So
what I would do is I would look at others and see if they're doing landscape.
Linda says, yes, my social media person is awesome. So Linda, you can check us out right now over on Periscope, because we're over there. And we're live now, and you'll see what it looks like over there. So I think this was good conversation.
Great day.
Yeah, process of change. It's spring.
You know something, Francie, this really gave me a revelation, because I have sort of put things on pause, but now I recognize what I'm really doing is working through the process of how I want it to function. Mm-hmm. And that it's okay for the machines to be down for a while.
You can't run a machine 24/7. It's going to break if it does. It's not going to last. Angela Williams. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. She says, I'm ignorant when it comes to social media. What are the benefits of YouTube? See, here's the thing, Angela, everybody has a voice. You have a message to share with the world. Social media gives you an option to do that. There are people who are going to listen to you. Like Annie has a following. There are people who will listen to Annie and what she has to say. There are people who are listening at Claudia and Linus and Angela, you as well. You have a message for a particular body of people.
Mm-hmm.
They may be on YouTube. YouTube is where you keep your library of everything that you've recorded, because it'll last as long as YouTube is around. But that's a place for your library. And people, whenever they look up Angela Williams and whatever it is that you do, they'll type it in and you pop up on YouTube. That's your forever place. That's the library. You can walk in and, oh, there it is, all about Angela or Gabriella, or all about Linus. That's your library. You want to take that and then put it on other sites. Maybe you use a 15-second clip on TikTok. Maybe you use a 20-minute something on Facebook from that video, but it's all yours. And people can find you and hear your voice and resonate with you and perhaps change their life because of something you heard, because of something they heard from you. Hopefully that clarifies that.
Yes. Linus is saying the same thing I need to say, which is it's been so long since I've been on my personal account. I was
Not
not
sure
sure.
what my account is. We'll set up another one. Don't set up
No
another
problem.
one. You need to find out where those 88 them people are that's following you.
Yeah.
Find out where they are so that you won't lose that. And is there a link, Gabriella? Are you talking about a link to
I
us?
think he's talking to Linus.
Oh, Linus. Yeah, Wellness Women 40. Linus, put that in the chat, please.
Mhm. And Angela says, great. Okay.
And thank you. You're welcome.
Mhm.
Hey, TK, how are
Hey, how
you?
you
Dear?
doing?
So yeah, there's a lot. Not really just the link to the Zoom, but I can send you something. No, we're talking about the. I think we're talking about the link to your. Just put the link to Wellness Women 40
Mhm.
your page, Linus, so people can get to know more about you. Coffee, tea, thoughts, conversations. That could mean water too. Please hydrate, people. Please hydrate. All right, Terry, thank you so much. This was a great conversation. Talk to one another, get to know one another. Thank you for taking time to be with us this morning. It's a beautiful day in California. The sun is out, the grass is green.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It really is.
You know, we're really here to help you run a profitable business. It's fun to run. So guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. It's Monday. We've had our coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. Thank you for a challenging subject, Francine. She always comes up with these subjects. You know, if you're wondering where we get these topics, it's all about Francine's time alone when she hears gets a word about what we should be talking about. So I just want to thank you for that. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll be here with TJ.
TJ, yeah, TJ is going to be talking about so. Let's see, if you want to know about social media, you need to tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. TJ, Terry Johnson online, all the way from New York City. She is going to be talking to us about digital marketing and social media.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it's going to be, you'll learn it and you won't have to go scour Google to find some stuff. TJ brings us some really good conversation every Tuesday. So come on back. We are here with you. Let's get this done. And we had another comment. Thank you, Angela. And Linus put up the link to, if you want to find Linus at Wellness Woman 40, she's right there. All right, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.